Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, where I'm very happy to have Mary Christa Smith here on the program. She is the Care Youth Programs Coordinator. Is that right?
My official title is the Communities That Care Coordinator.
Aha. Okay. A little even more technical.
Yes.
Which is good, because this is such an important topic. I think that over the last couple of years, we've finally started to awaken to the fact that we're parents and we have not a clue what our kids are doing because they don't necessarily want to tell us what they're up to. We're not as smart as them, right? And with that, we've all kind of went, oh my gosh, what are we going to do to fix this, right?
Yes.
And we've got lots of people trying to do that.
Yes.
Finally pulling it together is where you come in.
Yes. So you are exactly right. There's a sense of urgency in the community to address what we're seeing in our youth and to align around a coordinated effort. Mm-hmm. And a little over a year ago, this effort was begun with the formation of the Mental Wellness Alliance with all different partners throughout Summit County. It's a county-wide program, so the health department, the Justice Center, the school districts, Valley Behavioral Mental Health.
A lot of players.
Yes, a lot of players, so that we have a coordinated effort, so that we're able to look holistically at what's happening around mental wellness and substance abuse and prevention of violence within the community and take a coordinated approach as a county rather than just doing it scattered shot and in silos.
Right, and maybe redoing things, reinventing the wheel often.
Yes, well, and the work that I'm doing through Communities That Care, it's a specific system that's a convening system. It's an organizing system to bring together these various organizations specifically targeted for youth programs within the schools and through the broader community for prevention, so that we're not seeing them down the road in treatment centers or in the county jail, but that we are able to address it way upstream. And so my role is to be the convener within the Alliance for the specific youth programs.
All right, I'm going to ask some difficult questions. I hope that this kind of aligns with what other parents would be thinking. But how, first and foremost, do we not be big posers that our kids are like completely not wanting to listen to and not really willing to work with when we're trying to make sure that we're just keeping them safe at the end of the day, right? Isn't that
Yes,
it?
And provide them skills and support, education and opportunities to make those healthier life choices. I think what you're speaking to is a key component of Communities That Care, which is youth involvement. So we have a youth group that is part of the Communities That Care program within the Alliance, so that they are there, invested, and giving their input to what they are seeing within their schools, within their homes, and within their peer groups, and really helping us to have that perspective that we don't as parents. So we absolutely see the necessity and the critical nature of having the youth input.
Okay, so when we talk about that, can we detail it out a little bit more? I want to delve right into this. What are some of the programs? What are some of the things that we're doing specifically?
Well, what's really wonderful about this program is it's evidence-based, and we rely on data. So we're waiting for what's known as the SHARP data. It's taken by every student in the school districts every other year. So we had it in 2015, and we also had it in 2017. Okay. We're waiting for the results, which we should have in the next couple weeks, from the 2017 data. And then we can start to make some comparisons against those two data sets to really see where is the greatest need? Okay. What do we need to target? Because we think we know, we have ideas about it, but we really want it to be data driven. And then once we have that data and have analyzed it over the next couple of months, we can make some recommendations through all of our committee processes with the young people, with the mental health professionals, with the school districts and what have you, about what programs make the most sense for us all to collaborate around to make the biggest impact in the community.
That's impressive. That's a lot of work.
There are a lot of people who are passionate about this work. They've seen the effects of not having the services that are needed for for substance abuse prevention, for mental wellness, and I'm just so honored to be working with hundreds of people across the county who care deeply about this issue and want to be a part of the solution. So it's not all on me.
Right.
It's not on any one person. There's a huge collaborative effort.
I suppose that's what it's going to take if we want to affect some change, I guess.
This is a long-term plan. This is not just let's throw something at it so we can all feel good next year. We're looking to affect long-term change over decades. And
right.
So, yes.
And I suppose that at the end of the day, that really means how do we start it right from the beginning, right? How do we make sure that at the youngest ages we're giving the messaging that hopefully resonates as they get older, as influences start to change in their lives, right? Isn't that what we're talking about here?
We want to handle it way upstream and give parents parenting skills early, and we really look to the data to show us where's the need so that we can provide those programs of
How do we
support.
help the parents that have already screwed it up like me? I mean, like, there's a point at which I think all of us as parents go, yeah, I really wish I did a better job with this. And how do I, do we reach them? Are we still able to touch that?
Personally, I believe always that we are. And part of being a parent is being imperfect and wishing we had done things differently.
Right.
I don't think there's a parent out there who feels, who doesn't feel that. And I, especially being the mother of an adolescent myself, recognize that what is being asked in this new phase of development is completely different than what was being asked in earlier phases. So I relate with what you're saying.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of like, I just wish we'd started a little later. I wish I'd known a little more at the beginning. There's all those kinds of, what ifs, I suppose. Let's, for a moment, shift gears to how we can help and how we can be involved as parents.
Well, there are so many opportunities to be involved, and I just recommend that if you have an interest in being involved in the Alliance, that you email me at MC Smith for Mary Christa Smith,
right.
MCSMITH at summitcounty.org. We have committees that are focused on youth. We have a Communities That Care committee, outreach and communications, fundraising.
Wow, there's a lot.
Whole variety. I think we have 8 different committees, Latino affairs committees, communications committees. So we need a lot of help, and we're looking for people who are passionate, who care, who want to make a difference, and are interested in working community-wide in this effort. And I would say we really need representation from the east side as well as the west side of the county. And so if you're a resident of Camas, of Oakley, of Colville, Hennifer, Wanship, Woodland, please reach out to us so that we can get you involved, because again, this is a comprehensive program throughout Summit County, and in order for us to be as effective as possible, we need representation countywide.
And right now, a little weakly represented in some of those places, not we could use a little more. Is that right? A little underrepresented?
It depends on the different committees. We actually have some greater representation right now within the youth committee from South Summit School District than others. So we're looking to even all of those out, and we welcome that input community-wide. So just to reiterate, this is a county-wide initiative.
When you look at the future, what does it look like to you?
Healthy, happy, vibrant, engaged human beings who have the skills and the experience to be able to process through difficult challenges in life and come out the other side resilient and stronger, who are connected to the community and feel their value and the opportunity to make a difference themselves.
Wow, I like how you said that, because I think to my days as a college counselor and academic advisor, and I have to say that the thing that we always saw, and we've seen this in studies, is that when students showed up at college the first year, it was like bedlam. They had no idea what to do, how to take care of themselves, how to really function from that perspective of being mentally competent isn't the right word, but prepared properly to handle the challenges that were going to be thrown at them, not just academically, but socially.
Yes.
And this, I think, would address that.
We hope to, absolutely, to build that resiliency, that self-awareness, and so that we can all make choices that benefit us not only in the short term, but in the long term as well.
I like that a lot. Wow, important stuff right
Yeah.
there. Again, if people want to kind of keep, kind of track a little more and get involved a little more at summitcountyhealth.org.
SummitCountyHealth.org. There's a website. It links to specific mental wellness component, and just email us and we'll make sure to include you in our upcoming meetings and outreach events.
All right. Well, I want to thank you so very much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
It's a
It was
pleasure.
great information. And for you, for the parents who, like me, are worried about all the things you could do, could have done differently, it's not too late. Get on board. Start to think correctly about this. Remember, your prefrontal cortex is ready to go. So it's time for you to step up and take care of those young ones who are still working on theirs and making decisions that may change their entire life for the good or the worse. So we have to do our part as well. Much more to come here on the Mountain Morning Show. We will be right back.